Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day, and a special shout out from my subscribers and followers from Connecticut. Welcome, good to see you guys. Question last week was asked, why for the group number 1 that starts the breathing exercise, the exercise that begins to focus our attention on the love of our life, and that's the individual that you see in the mirror. Why can't we just start with more than just one? Why do we need to take this so slow? Isn't that very, very interesting that whenever you see any type of ads about weight loss, you could hear weight loss of 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 150, I don't care, because they're all 90% a fluke. Why do I say they're a fluke if they're real? Because you'll never hear not one ad where someone says, I lost this and this amount of weight, and it's 10 years later. The body can shift in 2 ways. One is with a very, very big excitement. One is with a very big convention that you're going to pay $7,000 for a weekend, and you're going to come out and you're going to feel like you're just on the 7th cloud. You're going to feel awesome. I've spoken to those people. I'm not going to mention all of the various types of conventions that they go to these motivational speakers, which does work, but for a very short period of time. My experience listening to these people, the average is 3 weeks, some 4 days, some 5 weeks, and they swear by it, and they even tell me that I must come and join, and rah, 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 OMG. What happened there was that their inner, very deep psyche, nothing has changed. So I'll give you a simple analogy I might have given a few years ago. You could have a powerful engine from your boat, but you have 6 anchors, 3 on each side. Your boat slows down. To me, when you go to a motivational speaker, it's like, or even a motivational YouTube, it's like they're adding on more energy to this engine, and the boat starts moving. They haven't solved the problems of the 6 anchors that are holding back. But because they have a sufficient and more powerful engine that attaches to your boat, what happens is the boat does move faster. But after a while, the gas of that powerful engine just runs out, and now we're left with your own little natural engine, and therefore we go back to square one. The body does not like change, even good change. And therefore, I could bring you 20 analogies. I'll throw in one more. Go look at your statistics for individuals that win hundreds of millions of dollars. Most of them end up worse than what they started from. Their brain just goes crazy of the positivity. They don't know what to do with it. It's sort of a program within the poor program. It just doesn't work. Now, if you build your knowledge about finances and you start living very slowly, and you know what interest means, you know what investing means, you know what passive income means, you know that you don't have to touch the actual principal, you could just live off that. There's so many principles within finances. And if you take it slowly, you could actually not only live a very comfortable life for the rest of your life after winning a lottery, but you could actually have a trust that your family, your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren will just live off the interest of this trust. That's a separate conversation. So when you want to change a program, some people will change this program after 20 years, some people will change a program after 70 years. Even if it's a good program, you can't come to your body and say, hey, I'm here, because your body will resist. Your body will resist, and it will cause many, many issues. So here is my personal trick that I've analyzed for over 30, 40 years in various situations that I wanted to change situations, is you do a gradual. When you take one breath and you're noticing this one breath, you're noticing the love of your life, which is yourself, for the first time, not her or his accomplishment or his desires or his or her jealousy of the world around them. You notice the person, yourself. Your body goes a little bit in shock. And therefore, like I mentioned in previous weeks, Most of my clients, it takes them anywhere between 5 or 15 shots to actually be able to concentrate at one breath. These are people with PhDs. These are people that went to school. These are people that are brilliant. What is it to notice just one breath? You can't notice one breath? It sounds like I'm judging. I'm not judging. I get it. Of course you can't notice because you are so used to, you have this program within you which is run, 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 go, go, go. And you've been using this program not for a month, but for decades, most of you that are listening. After 5, 10, or 15 tries, you actually get to focus one breath. Your body is not too happy about it. But the intelligence of your body says, oh, no change. It's over. They're moving on with their life. They only did one breath. You do it again the evening, the body feels very uncomfortable, closing your eyes, quiet, noticing your breath. The body goes, okay, this is awkward. Who are they trying to notice? And the body, obviously, most bodies don't like themselves. Why? Besides everything else that I taught you for the last 6 months, you don't like yourself by the definition that you ignored yourself. So of course you're a piece of crap. So your body doesn't like it either. But one breath, your body will say, okay. Now what happens day after day for at least 2 weeks? If some of you feel like you want to go 3 or 4 weeks, trust your body. A body never ever lies. Trust your body. If you want to go a longer time, go a longer time, because then your body says, it's one breath. Now what happens? What happens now? I'm thirsty. That's what happens now. Sorry. What happens after 2 weeks or 2 months when you do the one breath twice a day? Or some of you that think you can handle 3 times a day, something magical happens. Your body actually gets accustomed to you existing for 3 seconds a day. So now you're a piece of crap. You're a machine that accomplishes for 99.9 of the day, but your body says, I'm okay with this. So now there's zero resistance on the one breath. The one breath is beautiful. The one breath is already part of you. So after 2 or 3 weeks, then you could throw in a second breath. Even to the second breath, the fact that you added 100%, it's not that the body goes, oh my gosh, no, what's that? The body will go less because the body's already used to one breath. So now the body will feel a little bit uncomfortable, even though you might not feel it, but definitely your amygdala will feel uncomfortable, and it will put up a few walls and say, 1 second, let's guard this, what's going on? And the same thing, but a little bit less resistance, because now it's the second one. A month later, you have twice a day, in the morning and the evening. You have now gone to the second breath, and it becomes so much easier. I think most of you, not all of you, most of you won't have to try that breath or 2 breaths many times. It'll be easier to concentrate because you're tapping into a new program, and that new program is the love of your life, of connecting and noticing yourself. Just like every child wants their parent to just notice. Let's put down our cell phones and look in our children's eyes when they talk to us. We have the power to be our own parent and notice ourselves. But it will start within the first month, by the end of the first month, just with 2 breaths in the morning, 2 breaths in the evening. For those of you that feel comfortable and safe, you could add on the 2 breaths during the day. And as I mentioned last week, keep a log and you will see the feeling. What you notice by these breaths will evolve. And I'm not going to say how and what, because everyone's going to be different, and I don't want to plant any ideas in your head. What's next? Oh, what's next? Join me next week. I look forward. And we're going to tell you what happens after a month for group 1, that's sort of tapping into this stuff and enjoying it and starting to feel that connectiveness a little bit. Am I going to feel now better? No. Let's wait for next week. I'll give you more details of how this will affect your life, because as of now, it's not designed yet to affect your life, to have a tranquil and happy life. It's not there to give you all that. It's just sort of an introduction to introduce a wonderful person in your life, which is the love of your life, the person you see in the mirror. Until then, always please do remember that you are way greater than you think you are. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you a good life.